You won't believe what happened. Though the prince often looks unhappy, Saomi's presence warms her. One day, returning home, she sees Saomi being scolded by a woman. Saomi was caught stealing, like a trapped kitten. The officer said she couldn't leave until her parent came. Helpless, she saw the prince as a lifeline. She pointed at the prince, claiming he was her dad, but the prince wasn't having any of it and turned away, leaving Saomi standing there like a lost puppy. That night, lonely, she walked home, the prince trailing like a shadow. At the alley, Saomi turned and said. The prince's heart was deeply touched, but she never expected this farewell to bring unexpected turns. When Saomi got home, she found a stranger kidnapping her mom, like a TV drama. Days ago, Saomi's mom stole 2 bags of candy from a club guest. Little did she know, those weren't ordinary sweets. They were part of a dark trade smuggled in by the local gang, and the gang leader, Mr. Wu, was furious about it. He commanded his subordinate, Baeyang, to definitely retrieve the protected items. Within 3 days, the situation was escalating and tense. After getting a good scolding, Daeon quickly contacted his brother, Oi, to start a treasure hunt. They soon targeted Saomi's mom. Right in front of Saomi, Oi pressed a hot hairdryer to the woman's leg, leaving Saomi wide-eyed in horror. Saomi's mom screamed in agony and had to spill the beans. Turns out the candy she swiped was hidden in a camera bag. Meanwhile, the prince just got home and noticed her door was forced open. 2 thugs were just hanging out like they'd been waiting for a princess to return. A thug drew a knife demanding her belongings, but she gave him her bow tie, leaving him stunned. Another fat thug tried to fight back but fell instantly. Meanwhile, Oi downstairs sensed trouble brewing and told his bearded henchman to go check it out, like a scene straight out of an action movie. The bearded henchman laid eyes on the prince and felt a wave of panic. He knew she was no ordinary girl, like encountering a big boss in a game. He tossed a phone to the prince, hoping she'd call for backup. It was like finding a special item in a video game. I found Jae Tangpo's notebook, he exclaimed eagerly. Things were getting seriously intense. This situation was definitely going off script. My name is Hugh Zhaijing, the one who found the stuff yesterday. Come quick, I've got the goods, he continued. He was arrested halfway through and also needed a sum of 80,000 yuan. Right at the moment, he heard the cries for help from the mother and daughter, perfectly timing his entry into the scene. Although he had killer instincts, he didn't hesitate to save them. He quickly found their camera bag and tossed it to the bearded henchman, gearing up for hero mode. Sure enough, in the hidden stash of the bag, they found those 2 bags of candy, a total victory. But sneaky Oi didn't hold up his end of the deal. He told the bearded henchman to take the fallen fat guy down. Then he slipped out by himself, just like a plot twist in a soap opera. But as he chased downstairs, he discovered they had already made a run for it. All he saw was Saomi's face pleading for help, and his heart shattered like glass. The uncle saw the drama, but initially didn't want to intervene, so he called the police, then hung up, fearing it might provoke the foes. The next day, he followed Bertu's orders and showed up at a non-existent golf course. Don't bet on any real golf here. If he handed over the flyer, the boss would let the mother and daughter go. This deal sounded like a high-stakes gamble. Realizing that he had been tricked, the boss angrily grabbed the flyer and hurled it right into the uncle's face. What a dramatic opening scene. Then he ordered his guys to throw the uncle off the building, but luckily, there was a sunshade in the parking lot. The uncle survived. Talk about luck. He turned around to see Bear 1 and Bear 2 watching the drama unfold. Just like internet, they had already called the cops, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, taking out the competition while giving the uncle a little vacation in jail. Meanwhile, the oblivious uncle saw the boss trying to escape and the driver chased after him like a thrilling football match. The boss found himself intercepted by the police and turned to flee through the back door, only to bump straight into the chasing uncle. What a chase. When he got out of the car to continue the pursuit, he was stunned by what he saw in the trunk. Saomi's mom was lying there, exposed to the world, treated in the most unbelievable way, like a twisted movie plot. He couldn't believe it. Bertu and his gang were not only trafficking drugs, but also dealing in human organs. What a shocking revelation. What the uncle was seeing was merely the tip of the iceberg. The darkness of Bertu's gang was far worse than he imagined. To evade police radar, they adopted orphans to sell drugs and launder profits. Of course, these weren't just any kids, they were little warriors fighting for survival. And Bertu wore a gas mask, looking like a boss in a special role. Without any protection, these kids often got poisoned, which was just plain tragic. They were like little superheroes getting no help. Instead, they were whisked off to the adjoining surgery room. Since their organs hadn't fully developed, the only thing worth selling was their corneas. How sad. These poor orphans became victims of unimaginable cruelty, a harsh reality indeed. But since they messed with the wrong people, they were about to pay a heavy price. The plot had taken an unpredictable twist. The uncle was taken to the police station, silent as an unbreakable rock despite police questioning. This poor uncle could not explain today's events at all. As he pondered revenge, a surge of anger fueled his decision-making. He was ready to take action. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe. More surprises are waiting for you next time.